Recently, pop music legend Britney Spears testified before the courts in an effort to have her father's conservatorship over her and her $60 million estate terminated. This testimony comes as the most recent step in a 13-year struggle that Britney has had with this issue, though it's only recently been brought to mass awareness thanks to attention from the media. Her new testimony revealed quite a bit about the control her father has exuded over her life, and hopefully it will result in the courts removing this power from him. Join Trender as we reveal the traumatizing new details that Britney Spears just testified about in court. Britney Spears recently appeared before the court to provide testimony in a formal effort to terminate the 13-year conservatorship her father has maintained over her career, and her estate. The nature of the conservatorship has been an issue of debate for a good deal of time, thanks in no small part to documentaries such as Framing Britney Spears. But the conservatorship has been an ongoing 13-year war for the singer herself, a fact that has been further established by her disturbing testimony given before the court on Wednesday, June 23, 2021. Britney expressed that the conservatorship her father holds over her has left her so distraught she has trouble eating and sleeping, issues that have taken an increasing toll on her already vulnerable mental health. Her fragile mental health is the supposed reason that this conservatorship was put into effect in the first place, so it appears as if the main function of the conservatorship isn't being properly performed. One of the reasons that conservatorship has had such difficulty being seen as an issue in the eyes of the public is that most people simply don't understand the nature of one. The specific conservatorship held in place over Britney by her father was detailed clearly in the documentary Framing Britney Spears, which allowed fans and bystanders to become more aware of the serious issue Britney was facing. In a conservatorship, a conservator is put in control of another person's entire well-being. In the case of Britney, her father is her conservator. This means her father has complete control of Britney, her career, and her $60 million estate. Britney's father is Jamie Spears, and he's always been a troubling presence in her life. The documentary Framing Britney Spears popularized the notion that Jamie essentially framed Britney in order to attain his role as the conservator of her estate. As more and more details are revealed, this theory proves more and more likely. In the case of Britney Spears, her father's conservatorship over her was put into place after the singer had an apparent mental breakdown in 2008. Both Jamie and Britney's mother, Lynn, formally sought to attain conservatorship over Britney in the wake of this incident. Though they struggled at first, their fight paid off and Jamie was granted this conservatorship alongside his attorney, Andrew Wallet. Though the initial concern on Jamie's part was understandable, it is confusing that the conservatorship has been maintained for so long after the initial incident, especially given that Britney is still actively performing. She has apparently made a stable recovery, yet her father still maintains control over not only her career, but also everything she does. He controls her finances, personal medical decisions, and even how much time Britney is allowed to spend with her boyfriend, Sam Asghari. Andrew Wallet stepped down from his role as co-conservator in 2019, and after that, Britney petitioned for Jamie's power to be given to an estate management firm by the name of Bessemer Trust Co. Though the courts didn't fully grant Britney's wishes, they did place Bessemer Trust Co. in the role of co-conservator previously held by Andrew Wallet. But this doesn't appear to have helped with many of the personal issues that Britney had been facing from her father's control. This failure of the courts is what ushered Britney down the path to bravely standing before them and giving her own personal testimony about how much damage the faulty conservatorship has done to her life. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Trender if you haven't already. In defense of his role as Britney Spears' conservator, Jamie Spears has made numerous claims that his daughter suffers from dementia. Britney has spoken against these claims, saying the symptoms that were being attributed to the supposed dementia were instead being caused by the fact that she was forced to take prescription lithium. She explained that lithium could be mentally impairing if it's consumed for longer than a 5-month period due to the drug's strength, saying that this was the reason for much of her behavior in the wake of her apparent breakdown. Britney was forced to take lithium due to the fact she no longer had control over her own body, as a result of her father and his attorney's newfound conservatorship over her well-being. During the period when she was forced to take it, Britney recalled she felt like she was drunk the entire time. She couldn't hold a conversation with her parents and was handled by an entourage of 6 nurses at all times. Jamie has claimed this was all the result of Britney's debilitated mental state, which the lithium was a desperate attempt to quell. But Britney remains adamant it was the drugging that caused the problem in the first place, and she would have otherwise been fine. After the conservatorship came about in 2008, it took many fans years to piece together the struggle Britney was going through under the demanding watch of her father. More and more people began waking up to the truth of Britney's situation, leading to the popularization of the Free Britney movement, as well as the release of the documentary Framing Britney Spears. By the time Andrew Wallet stepped down from his role as co-conservator in 2019, both fans and the media were at a fever pitch, crying for Britney to be released from the control of her father. Britney has reminisced that she initially tried to lie and tell fans she was doing okay. She claims she did this in an effort to keep fans from panicking too much due to worrying about her safety and well-being. Eventually, it became too much for Britney, and she's now ready and willing to spill the beans to both the public and the court. She has shared through social media that she cried for 2 weeks after watching Framing Britney Spears. One of the most disturbing details revealed was that her father was preventing her from having any more children. This prevention wasn't merely taking the form of a command. Her father was forcing Britney to be implanted with an IUD to guarantee she couldn't possibly have children with her boyfriend. Britney has already had children, but has expressed she'd like to have more. But the IUD is preventing that. Fans were shocked to learn that the control Jamie was exercising over his adult daughter was so personal and aberrant. And the news certainly converted a lot of people who were previously on the fence. Jamie has always maintained his intentions as conservator are benevolent. Though this possibility grows increasingly unlikely in the eyes of the public, the more information is revealed. Though he claims to want what is best for his daughter, he appears to be going out of his way to cause her both physical and emotional harm. Britney already has 2 sons who she shares with ex-husband Kevin Federline. Another one of her former romantic interests, Justin Timberlake, is one of many public figures who have since expressed support for Britney's current struggle against her father's conservatorship. He made a public apology to her after Framing Britney Spears brought to light some of the insensitive ways he had acted towards Britney in the wake of their public breakup 2 decades ago. Britney and Kevin Federline divorced in 2007, and their 2 sons are Jaden and Preston. They're currently teenagers, and they're also greatly affected by the conservatorship due to the limitations it places on both their time with their mother and their future inheritance. Although much of Britney's family seems to be against her, one personal ally she has is her current boyfriend. Britney met Sam Asghari on the set of her 2016 music video for the single Slumber Party. Sam has always publicly expressed his support for Britney and isn't afraid to be seen in his very own Free Britney shirt. Britney has expressed that one of the many reasons she wants the conservatorship to end is she doesn't get to spend enough time with Sam. Hopefully her recent testimony will put this to an end. Now it's time to hear from you. Comment down below to share if you think there's any doubt that Britney doesn't deserve to see the conservatorship terminated. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Trender if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.